The Big Empty. In his thesis on the Big Empty, native son Reed Underwood wrote, "It's a kind of place you drive through to get somewhere else. Its landscapes are testaments to abandonment. Empty storefronts and quiet town squares, overgrown schoolyards, and tumbled down empty farmhouses melting into the red clay. It's known for red dirt farms, large ranches, and big skies. The Big Empty lies north of Abilene and east of Lubbock, from the Caprock in the west to the Red River in the north. Death is loud out here. For today, 81% of rural American communities record more deaths than births. For those of us who live here, there's a quiet sadness witnessing the vanishing of once beautiful homes and thriving businesses. Munday, our hometown, sits right in the heart of the Big Empty, and within a 30-minute drive in any direction, you can find 20 ghost towns in various stages of disappearing. Bomerton is one of those ghost towns just 12 minutes away. The St. John's Catholic Church steeple stands as a giant tombstone over the remains of a once vibrant community. In 1940, Bomerton was the largest town in Baylor County, with churches, grocery stores, businesses, and a school. By 1960, it barely even existed. Today, there are only a half dozen houses and 15 people. How does a town disappear within only 20 years? And what caused the disappearance of hundreds of other towns scattered across the prairie? Bomerton's early attraction was its healing waters. Like mineral wells, it attracted medical tourists drawn to the bathhouses, which claimed to cure everything from rheumatism to mental illness. But the undissolved minerals make the water unpalatable, as seen in this water we drew from a well there. We had the water tested and found that it had an excess of calcium sulfate, and it was neither good for drinking nor farming. In fact, modern science supports the bathhouse claim. Minerals such as lithium are used to treat bipolar mental illness. They also boost circulation, reduce pain, stress, and anxiety, and improve joint mobility. So at one time, it seems, the early settlers of Bomerton had the next best thing to a gold mine. But then, the water dried up, and the people left. We wondered if other ghost towns shared a similar story. So next, we drove to the nearby ghost town of Truscott-Bryan Lake. 25 million years ago, this area of the Big Empty was a large inland sea. The ocean is gone today, but the salt remains. The landscape in this area looks like something from a sci-fi movie rather than the Texas prairie. Trees surrounding the lake are covered in a crystalline crust, giving it an otherworldly appearance. On our way back to Munday, we stopped at the Narrows, a thin ridge along a hogback near the town that once was Vera. We explored this area to see firsthand the effect of high gypsum mineral content in the groundwater. The salts create beautiful crystals that rise to the surface. Look at all that. We were curious about these salt deposits, so we began to research it. That's when we found a recent Stanford University report that could give hope to ghost towns in the Big Empty. A new technology called direct lithium extraction removes the brine from the salt water and produces lithium, a very valuable resource, much cheaper and faster than current methods. The U.S. imports 80% of this rare earth mineral from China. The high demand is because you can charge an iPhone, an EV, a pacemaker, and treat mental illness with the same element. Could this new technology be an economic lifeline to Texas, improve the environment, and reduce our dependence on China? The new process was 40% less expensive than evaporation, and the lithium resulting in it is 1/4 the current cost. In addition, DLE can extract in less than an hour what it would take years in evaporation ponds. An added benefit is that it repurposes old oil drilling rigs, which have a small temporary footprint, without environmental damage. So hopefully, abandoned drilling sites could be reopened, creating jobs and reducing our dependence on China. And most importantly, the greatest lithium deposits in North America are right here in Texas and Arkansas. Texas Monthly reports that revenue from the lithium-ion battery industry could be more than $400 billion a year by 2030.
I think that we are poised in Texas to lead the nation in lithium extraction from brine mining. And I think the U.S. can be a leader across the world.
Time will tell whether this process can revive Texas ghost towns. In the meantime, we wait and watch the slow erosion of once-loved communities. Renowned photographer Jim Westphalen photographed abandoned places in America for 25 years. In his documentary, Vanish, he said,
"As time takes its toll, we lose a little more of our heritage with each passing day, leaving only the fading memories of those who came before us.
We are taught that civilization is defined by its history, authenticated by its remains, and kept alive through its stories. But according to Westphalen, once structures are gone and the generations connected to those structures are gone, the stories go with it as if they were never there. And we would add, nothing is left but a big empty."